don't get it. How did you know that double chocolate fudge cake was my favorite?
How easily we forget. It was in Madagascar, remember? We were looking for giant sea turtles. And then you suddenly got this
craving for double chocolate fudge cake, and it made you go all over Madagascar to find it. It became a quest greater than finding those giant sea turtles.
We found both, though, didn't we?
You did, because you always have a way of getting just
what I want. Well, not anymore. So, do you remember the first time we ever had champagne together?
Yes, it was in Paris right after I delivered my paper on primates.
No.
No?
Wrong.
Oh, it was in London when we finally saw every single room in the British Museum.
No, okay. Wrong again. Give up?
Yes, I give up.
It was New Jersey.
Jersey?
Yeah, Camden, New Jersey. Don't you remember? We went to that lecture at Princeton, and I was driving us back along the turnpike, and we stopped at
that truck stop.
It wasn't a truck stop. It was a diner. A very elegant diner. They even had a wine list. We were living a little dangerously, so we decided to have a couple of big steaks and a bottle of champagne. That was the best dinner we ever had.
Yeah, I remember. And then we...
We what? Go on.
Forget it.
We went to the Naughty Pines Motel. And we checked into that room, and they had a picture with the 5 dogs playing poker over the bed. Remember that? And the TV was vintage 1950 or something, and it didn't work. And we kept pretending that the air conditioner was a train going by because it was so loud. You know, that motel room was every bit as romantic as any of the nights we spent in Africa.
What was it about that place?
It was you. Just you.
Wow, that champagne's really going to my head.
No, if it wasn't just the champagne.
That, and I'm susceptible to memories, and add the champagne, and it's a lethal combination.
I hope you're not upset because I kissed you.
No, but I really do think that it's time for me to go.
Kate. What is it? You know you want it just as much as I do.
No, I don't. Thank you. It was a lovely party, and, I'll see you in the morning.
I had roaches in my
For your prize or something, you can forget it.
Cindy, you talk like someone was hurt. Nobody got hurt. Kate had a wonderful birthday. It never would have happened if it hadn't been for you.
Look, if you don't mind, I don't want any credit for having lied to my best friend.
Cindy, it was one little white lie, right? By you keeping Court busy on that assignment, it let Kate get back in touch with her real feelings.
Oh, you mean it gave you the chance to get back in touch with her?
Nothing happened last night that Kate didn't want to happen.
Patrick, you took advantage of Kate in a weak moment. In fact, you took advantage of me, too. Well, no more. Next time you want someone to keep Cord busy while you're going after Kate, find someone else for the job.
Hey, look, little sister, you know I love you, but don't use that high, lofty moral tone with me, all right? I mean, everybody else in this town might think you're Snow White, but I know differently. And deep down inside, you're exactly the same as I am. If you want something, you just go after it. You don't care who stands in the way.
Patrick, you are wrong. I might have been ruthless once, but those days are long gone.
Are they?
Yes.
Well, your days on Wall Street, you did a lot worse things than play matchmaker. Now, don't tell me you've lost that desire that's gone out of your system.
You know, even at my worst, Patrick, all I was after was money. I never went out to hurt anyone.
No one was hurt here last night. What you did was for a higher good, Cindy. You should be proud of yourself.
I just don't know you anymore. My brother used to say those kind of sentiments for scientific achievements, not stealing a woman away from her fiancé.
Kate was with me long before she ever met Cord. You know that. Now, last night, Kate realized it for the first time in many years. And I know now more than ever that Kate and I are meant to be together. And deep inside her heart, she knows it too.
My dear Mr. Buchanan, I understand you wish to talk to me.
Oh, yes, Miss Chevak.
Please, you must call me Bonnie.
Bunny. All right, Bunny. That's an interesting name. How'd you come by it?
How? My friend, Bradislav Kopchak, he was editor of the Slavic Times. He gave me the nickname. He said, when it come to meeting a deadline, I'm quick like a bunny.
I see. Well, I have a bit of a deadline myself for the Sunday edition of the Banner. Would you be interested in another assignment?
I am all ears, so to speak.
Well, I'd like to profile the customers who've been making Frankie's the trendiest club in town. You interested?
I would be delighted to try.
Good, good. Before you get started, I'd like to ask one thing of you.
Oh, anything, Mr. Buchanan, anything.
I'd like to meet with you.
Oh, well, I'm very busy at the moment.
Bunny, I have a check here with your name on it.
Ah, yes, well, you can send a check to Wanda's Diner. I will get it from her.
Well, Bunny, it's not just the check. Actually, I'd like to thank you in person for the Natasha Norman interview. And I'd like to discuss the piece on Frankie's with you.
Mr. Buchanan, please, I work best when I work alone and from my own concept. So please, you let me do the profile on my own. I promise you and the readers you will not be disappointed.
All right, Bunny, if you insist. I do need that story, like yesterday, you know?
Oh, I will be at Frankie's tonight with my dancing shoes and my tape recorder.
I'll look forward to seeing the results. Goodbye, Bunny. Ellen, make a reservation for me tonight, will you, at Frankie's? Yes, the nightclub. All right, Miss Bunny. Whether you like it or not, we're going to meet tonight.
Bradislav Kopchak? Really, Victoria, sometimes you surprise even me.
I beg your pardon, Mrs. Buchanan. Mrs. Roberts asked me to have some copies made of her automobile keys. Where should I leave them?
Oh, Tina's always losing everything. I suggest you put them on the hall table or the table in the foyer, and that way she'll be sure to see them when she comes in.
I will indeed, ma'am.
Oh, Heron, by the way, would you tell Cook that I won't be home for dinner?
Very good, madam.
Good morning, Heron. Mrs. Buchanan and I have some unfinished business.
Something you require.
Your butler wants to know if he should throw me out.
Thank you, Heron. If I need anything, I'll call you.
Very good, madam. I'll be in the study. Right across the hall.
You inspire such loyalty. I wonder why when you're so good at sticking a knife in one's back.
I don't know what surprises me more, Maria. Your lack of pride or your lack of common sense. You and I have nothing to say to each other.
Do you think that you can destroy me in front of my son and get away with it?
You destroyed yourself, Maria. You did that with your words and your actions, and right now all I feel for you is pity.
I don't want your pity. I want you to do something about this. You have made a fool of me, Vicky.
No. You did that all by yourself.
Are you so pure, so perfect, so good that you've never made any mistakes? Haven't you done anything that you're sorry for?
Lots of things, Maria, but I have never been deliberately cruel to anyone. And I find it very hard to forgive people who are.
All right, we are talking about more than just a stupid headline. We are talking about my son, Vicky. If I lose Cord's love, I will lose any reason I have for living.
Well, I think you should have thought of that a long time ago. I'm sorry I can't help you.
But you can. Vicky, you have so much. You have the house, you have Clint, you have the children. Please don't take away the only thing that I have left. Or is that what you want? Would that make you happy?
No, of course not.
Well, then take back what you said, Vicky. Call Cord. Call Rafe Garrison. Call the the intruder. Tell him that what you said was out of anger and that you didn't mean all those horrible things that you said.
Maria, I take no pleasure from your suffering, but I cannot retract what I said.
Damn it, Vicky, we are talking about my life.
Your life? What about all those lives that you did your very level best to destroy? Maria, you sealed your fate when you became Allison Perkins' accomplice. Did you ever think for 1 second what it would do to Clint and me, to Jessica, to her brothers? Did you ever for 1 second consider my life when you were trying to have me put away for being Nikki Smith? When you wanted it to look like I'd kidnapped my own child?
But you have your daughter back, Vicky. You have everything you could possibly want. Please, I am begging you. I'm begging you. If you take back what you said, I will leave town and I will never, ever come back.
Cindy, I just want what's best for Kate and me. We can run Sanders Chemicals together. If you just hang in there, you're going to be a part of it, too. So what do you say, huh? Come on, are you in? You with me? Have a girl.
Morning, Victoria. Hi, Cindy. What are you doing here? I just came to...
Well, she came to see you, to wish you a belated happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, right. Happy birthday, Kay. Thank you. I'm afraid I celebrated a little bit too much last night. Oh, yeah? Well, listen, I have to get back to Banner, so...
So why don't we have lunch sometime? I don't see enough of my oldest and dearest friends.
Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. Well, I will. I'll see you soon, so take care, okay? Alrighty. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, sis.
That was very sweet of her.
Yeah, it runs in the family.
Well, let's get to work.
Hold on. Before we go to work, there's something I have to say to you.
Oh, by the way, I guess I should ask. Do you have food in that?
Yes, I do. Do you have the blanket?
In the car? You bring the Frisbee?
The what?
You got a lot to learn about American picnics. Excuse me, you hang right here. I'm going to find out if they got our cooler ready.
All right.
Rollo, hello.
Gabrielle.
Hey, Robo, you got that thing loaded up?
I see you're all ready for your picnic.
Yes, I hope it doesn't rain.
Well, I'm sure the gods will be kind to you. Have fun.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, then wagons up!
Check this out. All right. Now what we're going to do is we are going to walk out that front door together. I'm going to double back, and I'm going to head up to my suite in the service elevator, all right?
I don't know what worries me more, the fact that he will come and get the watch or that he won't.
Would you just relax? Everything is going according to plans. Once Rollo sets his foot up in my suite, he's dead meat. Don't worry, one way or the other, I'm going to get the truth out of it. We're going to find out the secret of your father's watch and the fortune it hides.
I don't care about the watch or the fortune. Max, be careful. I don't want anything to happen to you.
Good, that makes two of us. Now, come on, let's get out of here.
Come on, don't be silly. We had a little bit too much to drink, did a lot of reminiscing. Let's just forget the whole thing.
Well, the way you ran out of here, I thought you might have had it in your head that I was trying to take advantage of you. I just wanted you to understand I wasn't.
You hardly took advantage of me. Come on. Thanks to you, I had a wonderful birthday. And as for the gift, you can see I'm still wearing it.
Yeah. Thought you might have tossed it in the garbage can by the way I behaved.
Patrick, it was a harmless kiss. Nothing more.
Right. And you're here to work, so let's get to it, okay?
Now you're talking.
I hope you're prepared for some heavy-duty analysis. We've got to take apart the entire formula and start over. I want to see if the molecular structure is identical to the way we originally formulated it. I'm not that sure about it.
Patrick, you're talking about a month's worth of work.
No, I think it might take a week if we work night and day.
Well, I should have told you when I came in that I can only stay for a few hours.
Kate, we're on the edge of a major discovery here. I'm sorry. I'll take any time that you can give me.
Good. I'm glad you understand, because I want our last week working together. I want us to work as friends.
A week?
Yes, Cord and I are getting married, and I told you that would mean that I'll be leaving the lab.
Yeah, I know, but I thought that we... all right. All right. we only got a week, then let's make the most of it. All right?
Come on, if you're angry, then tell me. Don't try to hide it.
Excuse me a second. Hello, Patrick London. Yeah, she's here just a second. Hold on. It's your fiancé.
Hi, Corey. What's going on? No, this really isn't a great time. Well, if it's important, I'll be there. Okay, bye. I'm sorry.
But you have to go.
Yes.
Because he called, right?
Please try to understand.
I understand. I mean, what's to understand? You know, he calls and you gotta go. So, go. Everything will be fine here. Don't worry about it. The lab will be fine. The research will be fine. It'll be just fine. Okay?
Maria, it's totally out of my own hands now. Look, I told Cord the truth, and you admitted it to him. Now, I'm sorry if you feel that you've lost him, but as I said before, you did that when you became Allison's accomplice.
How dare you sit in judgment of me?
I do not judge you, Maria. I leave that to the higher authority. But I do think it's time you left now, and if you ever feel like coming by here unannounced again, don't, because you are not welcome in this house ever again. Do you understand?
You think I enjoyed coming over here. I hated every second of it. And don't think that this is the end of it, because this is only the beginning. I will make you suffer just the way I am suffering right now. And that includes Tina and that little boy of yours with his big mouth.
If you ever so much as lay a finger on
the whole Buchanan family. Every last Buchanan will pay. They will suffer the way I am suffering, Vicky. If it is the last thing I will do, you will pay.
Mrs. Buchanan, are you all right?
Maria, what are you doing here?
She was just leaving. Right, Maria?
Take care, Victoria Lord Buchanan. Just take care.
Vicky, are you okay?
Yeah. I'm just very angry, that's all. That woman, I had never seen anyone filled with so much hatred.
Well, that's what I came to see you about. The charges against Maria and the intruder were serious. The problem is, can we prove them?
Okay, Rolo, here's the brass ring. All you gotta do is take it.
Urgency.
This.
Honey, come on, you said it was important.
Well, I remember you once telling me that the most important thing in your life right now is the two of us getting together, right?
Yes, it is. And you're very romantic and a little nuts. You could have told me that on the phone.
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't kiss you like this on the phone, or hold you like this on the phone, or tell you to go over to your place and pack your overnight bag.
What for?
Because we, my little island flower, are going to Hawaii.
It's okay, sweetheart. Come on. Yeah, we're gonna go see your Uncle Max. Oh, I know you like going to see him, and you know what? You are very special to him. And he's gonna be so surprised to see us, huh?
I knew that she was angry and vengeful, but I guess I never thought that Maria was truly dangerous until today.
I can't arrest her for threatening you, Vicky.
She has talked about hurting my whole family.
I'm afraid it's your word against hers.
So I'm powerless to protect my children? She's threatened my son as well as me.
I didn't say there was nothing I could do. I came by to see if you could corroborate this story.
I never thought I would live to see the day when I had to confirm something in the intruder. My father must be spinning in his grave.
Well, then the story is true? Maria was Allison's accomplice in Jessica's kidnapping?
Oh, Rafe, so much damage has been done already. I mean, you wouldn't believe what it's doing to Cord.
You say you want to protect your family. Accessory to kidnapping is a very serious charge, Vicky. Serious enough to put Maria away for a very long time. Now, if you want to put her someplace where she can't hurt Joey or anybody else, you've got to tell me everything.
Oh, honey, you don't want a wig, not with that gorgeous head of hair.
Oh, that's very kind, but, well, I do want a special look.
Well, you've come to the right place. At Wigs R Us, we specialize in special looks. As you can see, we have everything from rainbow afros to the super deluxe Farrah Fawcett.
Well, actually, I'm looking for a particular color and style.
What about this? We call it the Cleopatra. All you need is the snake.
That's nice, but, oh, here, this is more like it. In fact, this is exactly what I'm after.
Well, the writing is just about illiterate, but then what do you expect from Dean Stella?
Can you back up this story? Did you and Maria have a fight outside the courtroom yesterday?
Yes, we did.
How did it start?
I went with Tina to court for the divorce hearing, and Maria came along. She started taunting Tina, and then she slapped her across the face. And then a few minutes later, Cord came along, and she denied to Cord's face that she had slapped Tina. I got furious, and I told him everything his mother had done.
Then this article is accurate. Maria made everyone believe that you were Nikki Smith and nearly destroyed your whole family.
Yes, it is all true.
I don't know what shocks me more. What Maria did or you're covering it up. Why didn't you come forward, Vicky?
Oh, Rafe. I thought that what Maria had done, she had done to me alone. I mean, I'll never forgive her for what she did. But I did want to try to forget about punishing her, for Cord's sake, if nothing else. I mean, it all came about at a time when he thought he had lost Tina and his baby in Argentina, and Clint and I both felt that there'd been enough pain and suffering on his part.
So what changed your mind?
Oh. Well, Clint and I were both stupid and naive enough to think that Maria would learn a lesson from it. That maybe she would fade into the woodwork or maybe even leave town. Oh, no way. She didn't learn a thing from it. And then when I saw that she was truly enjoying Tina's heartache, well, I'd had enough.
I need specifics, Vicky.
Okay, there's the money.
Money?
The money. Before Allison Perkins was struck by the car the night of the hit-and-run accident, she confessed to me that she had had an accomplice in Jessica's kidnapping. So afterwards, I went to Allison's room to look for evidence.
Oh, brilliant. Did you ever think of calling me? I know I'm only a cop, but...
I'm sorry.
Go on.
When I got there, guess who was there? Maria, with a suitcase filled with money. She gave me some stupid cock and bull story about why she was there, but I know that she went back to retrieve the money, which had, of course, been a bribe to buy Allison's silence.
Yeah, maybe, but that still leaves us with your word against hers. If you only had a third party.
But we do, Joey.
Oh, Vicky, he's only a kid.
He knows what he saw. Rafe, the night of the hospital fair, he saw Maria putting a suitcase in the trunk of my car.
But the suitcase...
The suitcase that had the Nikki Smith wig, the clothes, and the costume jewelry in it, the one that you and Clint found. So it is not just my word against hers. We can prove every dreadful thing that woman did.
Will you tell a court what you just told me, under oath?
You bet I will. Maria Roberts is no longer just a lonely, pathetic woman. She's becoming more spiteful and malicious every second, and now she has threatened my 7-year-old son. I will do whatever I have to stop her before she hurts someone else.
Okay. Don't mention this conversation to anyone. We've just taken a big step, Vicky. Could get a lot more treacherous from here on in. I'll be in touch.
Honey, may I be blunt? Strawberry blonde does nothing for you. This Cleopatra look is very you.
Oh, but I don't want to look like me. That's the whole idea.
It is?
Yes, you see, I'm appearing in a play at the Landview Little Theater. Have you ever seen any of our shows?
No, I stick to all my children.
Oh, well, we're doing a show called Noises Off, and I get to play the little blonde Bimbo.
No kidding, you're an actress.
Well, I leave that to the audiences and the critics to decide. But you'll probably be reading my reviews pretty soon.
Aren't you nervous having them talk about your work in print for the whole town to read?
Oh, I don't care what they say, just as long as they spell my name right. And my name is Tina, with a capital T.
Listen, Tina, I don't know showbiz, but I do know wigs. Can't you go on stage as a brunette bimbo?
No. This is just what I want.
Well, at least let me work on the fit and the length.
Oh, well, how long will that take?
It's 5 p.m., is that good enough?
Oh, honey, that'll be just fine.
Max? Are you in there? It's Tina.
Don't read this. Perfect timing, so get inside here. Well, you like to play cat and mouse, eh, Mr. Holden? Well, you'll find out which one of us is the cat.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't call first.
Not half as sorry as I am. What are you doing here?
Well, don't snap at me. Look, I just went through a divorce and everything, and I just really would love... Al just loves spending time with you.
Yeah, well, I love playing with my godson, too, but not now.
Max, I'll be honest with you, okay? It wasn't Al. Al doesn't care where we are. He's happy all the time. It was me. I was so lonely and everything in that big house, and Max, I need a friend. Look, I know I have no right to ask you to be, but... Well, if you wouldn't mind for just a little bit to be my friend, you wouldn't mind, would you? Max, why are you looking over there? Is something wrong?
Well, looks like Al's got the sniffles here. Let me get you a tissue right over here in the chest drawer. Stay right there.
Oh, honey, did you see how considerate your godfather is, huh? And he wonders why we want to see him.
Look, I enjoy seeing you all the time. And Al's the greatest. Here, blow your nose. Good. But
Look,
let me tell you something, Tina.
I know what you're saying, okay? And what you're thinking is that here I am, the divorce is over, and I'm here on the rebound, but that's not the case. Max, I need you. I need the advice of a strong, straightforward man like you.
Tina, you have to leave.
I beg your pardon?
I don't mean to be rude. Really, I don't. Everything... I'm sorry. I just have to... Here, please, you have to go.
I see.
No, look, it's nothing personal. It's just I got some important business I got to take care of. I promise you. Listen, when I'm done with this, I will call you. We will get together. You, me, Al, will have a great time. Trust me.
Yeah, you just lost your patience with me, right?
That is not what I mean at all.
No, that's okay. I understand it. I deserve it. I mean, I only come to you when I am scared and alone, but believe me, I will never make that mistake again.
Tina, you got me all wrong. It's not what I meant. We will get together, I promise. Tina!
Now, this whole little junket is only open to professional photographers and their wives, or prospective wives, as the case may be. Honey, it's going to be perfect. But we'll just go out there, go out on our honeymoon, and then we'll come back and take care of the little detail like the wedding, okay? Oh, it'll be great. Look at all this stuff they got. These beautiful deserted beaches here. First, we're going to take the plane over to Honolulu. Then we're going to get on one of those boat planes. We're going to go to Maui. It's going to be perfect.
Can I just catch my breath here?
Well, sure, honey. That's what all this is for, so we can go down to Hawaii and catch our breath.
I know, it's just so sudden and so far away.
But that is the whole point. Hey, come on. You're the one who taught me how to be this big-time adventurer.
Yes, but there's a big difference between adventure and escape.
Fine. If going away with the woman I love and want to spend the rest of my life with is called escape, then so be it. Listen, Kate, I've had so much grief lately with this ending of my marriage with Tina and then finding out everything that my mother has been up to for the last few months. I really need this. The only thing that has gotten me through all of this is thinking about the two of us being alone together.
Oh, honey, I know you've been through hell, and it's probably going to take years before you deal with the damage that your mother's done, but you can't just blink your eyes and expect it to go away overnight.
And I just can't wallow in it either. So come on, let's just Go, let's get the hell out of Dodge and get on a plane and go as far as it'll take us.
Look, I know you're in pain, and I'm in pain, too, and I wish I could just kiss you and take you by the hand and run off to the South Seas with you.
Okay, then let's go. Let's do it. Let's just get out of here.
No. It's because of how you're feeling that we have to stay here.
Kate, I cannot look at Clint and Vicky in the eye, not knowing everything my mother has done to them. You don't understand. I am so ashamed. I can't...
You have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. You have done nothing wrong. And everyone who loves you knows that. Now, look, we are getting married in a week, and we've got a lot of plans to make. And I love that you are romantic and an adventurer. But let's face it, right now, one of us has to be practical.
Hey.
What?
This necklace, it's very pretty. Is it new?
Oh, well, thank you very much. What is this for? To put me in the mood to make a donation to your Save the Humanity project? Okay. How much would you like?
How about $30.8 million?
I've always loved your sense of humor, Judith. Seriously now, how much would you like?
I'm dead serious. $30.8 million is the amount you spent to buy the waterfront properties.
Maybe I should go out and come in again.
Don't bother denying it, Charles. You're the power behind the 21st Century Corporation, and as far as I'm concerned, that puts you right up there with Attila the Hun and Genghis Khan.
The 21st Century Corporation? I'm sorry, that's brand new to me.
Really? Well, maybe you'd like to look at the records. You might want to notice the stamp from the Planning Commission. You're not just purchasing property, Charles. You're tossing long-term residents and small businesses right into the drink. You know, not long ago you talked to me about big dreams.
I still have big dreams.
I knew you were ambitious, but I didn't really think you were capable of this sort of cold-blooded greed. What's the matter? Doesn't the Sanders family have enough money?
Well, you've done your homework. That's certainly plain to see. But you have my motives all wrong, Judith. Yes, I've been buying up the waterfront property, but I'm also going to develop it. Can't you see the amount of new jobs that's going to create? What about the increase in taxes and revenues from new businesses and housing? You know what that's going to generate? Can you imagine?
Can you imagine the despair and suffering you're causing?
What despair and suffering? Judith, I'm paying top dollar for every inch of that property. Everyone is being very well compensated.
Bull! I wanted to confront you a few days ago, but I thought I'd wait until I got a little more proof. You're stomping on people's rights, Charles.
Oh.
They may not be rich and powerful, but the Constitution was written for them, too.
I don't need a lecture on civics from you. Thank you very much.
This is not a lecture. This is a warning, because Jeff and I are going to protect the rights of every single person you try to muscle.
Jeff and I. Hasn't it occurred to you that Jeffrey is using you?
You're the only user I see.
Well, then you'd better look again, woman. Jeffrey is using your skill and your influence to further his own career. Jeffrey is a bitter, self-serving young man. And let me warn you, if you allow him to drag you into a fight with me, you are making one very serious mistake.
You're the one who made the mistake by thinking you could bully defenseless people in order to increase your profit margin.
You actually think you're right. You're not. You're nothing but a pawn, one of Jeffrey's pawns. I suggest before you regret it, you get the hell out of the game. I'm sure you feel very noble these days, Judith. But you know my attorneys, they don't give a damn about nobility. And if you and Jeffrey think that you're going to file suit against me, they'll shove it right back down your throat.
I'd love to see them try it.
You really would, wouldn't you? You're really enjoying this.
You bet I am. That's why I became a lawyer, so I could take on the bullies and send them packing.
You're dealing in very serious stakes, Judith.
I realize that. I saw it when you came through the door with all that despair in your eyes. How much you stand to lose.
I am trying to tell you something else. It's not just money and property involved here. There's something very personal.
Oh, hello, Charles.
Herb, how are you?
Why do I get the feeling I'm interrupting something?
It's all right, Herb. I've said all I care to say.
Oh, you don't know what you're starting, Judith. You have no idea at all. See you, Herb.
It's a moonstone.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those before. Where'd you pick that up?
I didn't. It was a gift from Patrick. He found it the first time we went to Africa, and he brought it back to get it set, and then he was going to give it to me when we got back from Africa the second time, but he never got the chance.
I don't know what surprises me more, the fact that he would still have given it to you after all those years, or the fact that you accepted it.
Well, it's just that he made such a point of remembering my birthday that I couldn't refuse.
Oh, your birthday. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I forgot it.
Hey, come on, we're going to have lots more to
No,
celebrate.
it's not all right. Man, I could kick myself for... I can't believe I did this.
You had a zillion things on your mind.
That's no excuse, Kate. Oh, honey, here I am getting all upset because he gave you this necklace. And I forgot the whole darn shooting match, didn't I?
Mm-mm. You have given me the best present I've ever gotten. Your divorce from Tina. You know, sweetheart, all I ever wanted was to marry you.
Well, if you really mean that,
Yes, I mean that.
then I guess, you got no use for this.
You sneak, you've been making me stand here being so virtuous and all the time. You got a present for me.
Well, I gotta be honest, I just thought about it this morning.
Yeah?
But since you don't want gifts and you don't need them, I can take this back. Now look, if it does fit or if you don't like it, you can exchange it. No problem.
Pretty box.
It's open.
Thank you.
Oh, no. Ooh, I think you have some in the store.
Well, I think this calls for a little fashion show.
All right, but only if you promise me that I don't have to wear these sorts of things for you to find me attractive.
No way, ma'am. Are you kidding me? But then again, a little cheesecake every now and then never hurt anybody, right? Go try it out.
Okay.
It was a trap. Max and Gabrielle didn't go on a picnic. He was waiting for me in his room.
Did he see you?
No. I discovered he was there before I tried to get inside.
That's one thing to be thankful for, but we still don't have the watch.
Just be patient, Chantel. Max and Gabrielle have made a very stupid mistake. I wouldn't be surprised if they lead us to Dante's fortune before too long.
What about the baby? Gabrielle kept a photograph of that baby in her room for a reason.
I may have stumbled upon the reason. I just saw Tina Roberts with her baby. She calls him Little Al. He bears a striking resemblance to the child in the photograph.
So?
So even if we don't find the watch, the baby, Little Al, might even be more valuable as a bargaining chip, if nothing else. I want you to get down to work. Find out everything you can about Tina Roberts and Little Al.
All we're allowed to do is walk right through that door. Now we're not sure if he's the one that's after your watch. Hell, we don't even know if the watch is the key to your father's fortune.
Look, I may have found a clue to that. I've been thinking about the numbers sketched on the inside of the casing.
The date of your 21st birthday, yeah.
Yes, and I was in Europe.
Great, and your father was in Argentina with the watch and the money.
If you just hear me out. I was very homesick at that point, and he must have sensed it because he wrote me a letter, a very loving letter, while he was on a business trip. It meant so much to me that I saved it. Listen to this. Dear Gabrielle, I know what it is to feel far away from home and from the ones you love. Even now, I find myself sitting in a hotel room in a strange country, as friendly as the people are here in Lambview, Pennsylvania. I wish that you all the best and take care.
Landview?
Yes. My father wasn't in Argentina 4 years ago.
We may be closer to this treasure than we thought. Gabrielle, I could kiss you!
Let me take a look at that letter. Maybe your father mentioned something about who he was seeing here.
Harren, you know, Clint has a real thing about the California wines and the French wines being in different parts of the cellar.
Yes, madam. You know, I've reorganized the entire wine cellar with that in mind, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Good. And I'm very pleased you were able to find more of the Chateau Margaux. It's a remarkable vintage.
Madam, I'll cradle them as though they were little Miss Jessica and Master Earl.
Cradle, what is it we're Al and Jessica?
Ah, Harren and I were discussing Clint's babies, his wine collection.
Ah, yeah, there's nothing like it, is there?
Chateau Margaux? No.
No, babies.
Oh.
I just put Al down for his nap, and I was just looking at him lying there, and...
Are you all right?
No, I'm not all right. Look, and I know it's probably very selfish of me, but once I got out of the nursery, I felt so alone. And if it weren't for Al, I would have no one to love, and there'd be no one to love me.
Oh, honey, sit down. I know you feel that way right now. But the divorce hasn't robbed you of family and friends.
No, just of my husband.
Well, I know I can't replace Cord in your heart. Not even Al can do that. But you mustn't forget that all your family, all of us, love you very much.
I know that, and it's not even that I don't feel that I do. It's just that with Cord, when things were wonderful, it's like I always had someone to sit and just be with.
Yeah, you miss the little things. I know that.
Yeah.
Actually, I was going to share a little secret with you, but I guess this isn't the right time.
Wait, a secret? Oh, you know how much I love secrets.
But this is hardly what you want to hear now.
Oh, come on now. We're sisters. If you can't share a secret with a sister, then who can you share it with?
Okay, but you must promise not to breathe a word to anyone.
Cross my heart.
Now, you know how much I've been dying to go back to work at the band, right?
Well, yeah, and Clint's being as pig-headed as usual. I meant that only in a nice way.
I have done something about it. I've invented this mysterious writer who has a pen name. Her name is Bunny Shavak. She wrote the article on Natasha Norman.
Who's Natasha Norman?
Never mind, I'll tell you about that later. The point is that the article was very well received, so Clint has decided to give her another assignment, and that assignment is to do a profile on the hottest, newest nightclub in town.
Frankie's!
You didn't read the article on Natasha Norman, but you know about Frankie's.
Well, of course I have my priorities.
Okay. Anyway, I thought since you are our leading expert on Landview nightlife, how would you like to accompany Bunny to the club tonight?
Vicky! Bunny? I'd love to.
Good. I'll tell you what. I'm going to write down the address and the time we have to be there, because you and I must not be seen leaving this house together.
Ah, Vicky, this is so incredible of you to ask me to join you on this little adventure. You know, I'd almost forgotten what fun is.
Let me take a wild stab. You and Charles were mopping up the floor with each other over the waterfront issue.
He has more money than he needs now. It's not money, Herb. For some reason, he feels like he has to challenge us to fight him.
If Charles wants to fight, let Jeff give it to him.
Absolutely not. We're partners.
Nah, this is why lawyers have partners, darling, so they can split up the caseload, especially when there's a conflict of interest.
I don't have a conflict of interest. I know my ex-husband, and I know how to beat him.
If you're turning this into something personal, that's a conflict of interest.
Charles is doing that. But it seems to be more of a grudge between him and Jeffrey.
Well, that's all the more reason for you to stay out of it.
No, that's the easy way out, and I'm not going to take it. He just stood there and dared me to fight him, and there was a reason.
Which is?
He's scared. I don't know of what, but I'm going to find out before this is over.
Are you sure this is all professional pride?
Of course it is. What do you think it is?
Well, look, I mean, after a divorce, very often there's a little leftover desire for revenge, no matter how split-friendly the split.
I don't want revenge. I don't. Well, maybe to the extent that I saw the Sanders family step all over people, and the more powerless they were, the more they trampled them. And I didn't say anything, and I didn't do anything to help.
Well, you were Charles's wife.
I didn't have to give up my ethics when I married him. So now I'm going to make up for it. And if that's revenge, so be it.
Judith, look. I know it's all but impossible to get you to change your mind, but I'm sorry.
Excuse me for barging in. Herb, I've been looking all over for you.
Looks like you found me. What can I do for you, Maria?
Well, if you don't mind, it's private.
Perhaps we should go back to my office.
No, that's all right. I have an appointment at the Holden Towers. If Jeff doesn't come back, will you lock up for me, please?
Well, yes, of course.
I'm sorry if I came at a bad time, but I really have to talk to you, Herb. I'm so frightened, I just don't know where else to turn. You have to do something. Don't let them send me to prison.
Okay, let's try to stay calm about this.
Calm! My whole life is falling apart, which is why I couldn't talk to you in front of Judith, and I hope this will remain confidential.
You're coming to see me officially.
No, you don't understand. I'm not coming to see you as the district attorney. I need legal advice. Very personal advice.
Oh. Well, in that case, before you say any more, you should know I read the article in The Intruder.
That doesn't come as any surprise. Everybody is reading The Intruder, and they look at me like I robbed the savings and loan or something.
It's a little worse than that. Maria, see, I can't give you any advice unless you tell me the truth. Now, were you Allison Perkins' accomplice?
Herb, I swear. I swear to you that I had nothing to do with the kidnapping of Jessica Buchanan.
Why were you and Vicky at each other's throats? That photograph wasn't a fake, was it?
No. And it's true that we did have words outside the courtroom, but that's not hard to understand. I mean, Cord and Tina were getting their divorce, and emotions were running high on both sides.
That's all that fight was about, was a divorce?
Well, Vicky has become very protective of Tina. It's almost like an obsession, really. And Herb, I hate to say this, but I honestly think that it's Vicky that's spreading all those rumors to the National Intruder.
I've known Vicky for a long time, Maria. I've never known her to be vindictive.
Well, love can do strange things to a person. It can take a gentle soul and turn them into something cruel and vengeful. That's why I need you to help me, Herb, because everybody in Landview respects you so much, and if you could take my...